Actually, those XDs don't have the best track record.
All right, what's up, folks? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. It is good to be here. Good to see everyone out there. Fallen Curious, gonna start off right, sir.
Oh, crap. Um, I'm not the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Cleveland.
All right, thank you. Alan, what's going on, man?
Dang, was speed and authority out of the professional amateur. Oh man, I'm just trying to stay off the inversion rack today. It's not really helping much. Current YouTube participants list Edward Petty, Tactical Fud, Thoughts of an Old Soldier, AllenBePro, Scott 79. And for some oddball reason, my screen just went wonky. Teresa blowing out there. Good to see you. Good to see you. We've got a number of the staples in the house tonight.
Absolutely, good deal. Daniel, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Jamie.
Yes.
Hello.
He said Daniel.
He said Jamie.
He said
No, he
Jamie.
said Jamie.
What's going on, Jamie?
I've been sorting brass all day long, and my mind is fried. Okay, I've just been sitting here trying to organize crap. I've got all this stuff separated and put into different bags and all this kind of stuff. So, anyway, sorry I missed my cue there, Scotsman. I'll try to do better.
You didn't miss your cue. I did say Daniel, but Daniel was apparently guys had his butt, but that's okay.
Alan and Gene both agree with me that you said Jamie.
Bull crap. He said Daniel 100%.
Now, hey.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it just doesn't matter. Jamie, glad to see you. The other guys here, Bald, Gene, Alan, Weasel.
Good to see all y'all and all of those folks over there too
in the side chat. And you guys missed the best 2 minutes of pre-chat talk out there. I wish you was here to enjoy it. We were talking about how to mount tactical lights. Now, I'm not going to say who needs a little pointers and stuff, but here's my input for properly mounting your tactical light. All right. You want it back here behind the area that does business. And that way you can just go right like that. That way you can see what you're going after. Or if you're shaving, you can light it right up.
I mean, you do have a very valid point there, Daniel. The fact is you want to be able to identify your target. The problem with that is that the light does kind of get muckered up, so you do want to put some like chapstick or something on the end of that lens so it doesn't get too bad.
Also, it keeps the blood off.
Make it easier
to wipe the evidence. I mean, the bio stuff off. Okay, well, thanks a lot, guys. I'm going to pass on now.
That's an excellent question, Gary. Excellent question.
Absolutely. Great question.
Gene, what's going on, dude?
Not much. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Man, just kicking it this weekend. Did a little work yesterday. Had some fun. Went to the range today and had some more fun. Took the 3 carry guns that go through me and Ms. Hot Shot. Put some rounds through them. It's always a good day for that. And yes, chapstick is very good on the end of your light to get the extra one off. It's when it's drying up on there. That's all I got.
All right. Ron, what you got, man?
Me, not much. Not much. Relaxing and trying to figure out where my life is going.
What your
That's
wife
it.
broke?
What?
Did you say what your wife just broke?
Well, my wife just broke? No, my wife broke up with me.
I'm sure that's a daily occurrence.
Yeah, having the white light on a pistol has, have I used it to actually identify a threat? No, um, I haven't. But I completely am on board with the school that on your carry pistol specifically is it's just a damn good idea, man. It's just a damn good idea to have lights on your carry pistols.
There's
I
some
guess it's a
people,
little
there's some
hard
people
when
out
you
there that
carry
disagree.
around a wristbreaker 3000 though.
There's some people out there that disagree with carrying a weapons light. It's not necessary. You can't do this. You can't do that with it. Da, da, da. Why would you need that? It's like,
Isn't that why they have an off-on switch?
yes.
So if you need, yeah.
And if you are recoil sensitive, a nice light out front will actually help with your recoil impulse.
Well, it's kind of like that condom in a wallet, right? We're probably never going to use it, but it's good to have.
I kind of can see their point about as far as giving away your position. You know,
I'm not.
That is
Yeah.
very true, and you do, and there is a certain level of training that is required. You don't want to just turn your light on and leave your light on all the time. It's short blurbs just to be able to see what you're looking at, and then
that's it.
and then get it off.
Let me ask you something. All these naysayers, are you like walking around the dark alleys with no freaking lights your entire life or something? Because I generally don't go anywhere where there's no freaking light. Okay, so there's always street light. There's always some kind of light, even at your house. If you hear a bump at night, you're not gonna be walking around your house with the freaking weapon-mounted light. You're gonna turn every freaking light in the house on. So the weapon-mounted light really comes down to sort of like a last ditch or something. You know, especially when you have a red dot on your gun, you really don't need it to shoot because the red dot's fine. So it's really just all right. You don't know. There's really dark over there, and somebody might be yelling at you or something. So okay, at that point, something like that. Other than that, it's just a backup to a backup. That's all it is. That's the way I'm looking at it. I always have a flashlight in my pocket, regardless. But it's a nice thing to have another one on the gun. If something happens, then you do need it. It's not like I'm gonna be pulling up my EDC and shining in my pocket, looking for my car keys with it.
Well, look, most naysayers are carrying a flashlight in their pocket too, and their carry weapon on them. So when they're in the dark, their flashlight comes out.
Exactly.
It's
well,
a
there's
Yeah,
folks that
it's a choice to turn
it's
it on.
like I
and off.
carry a bearded CB gave me a little through fire light. What is it? True light. It's about yay big.
Probably a
And
free
it's
night.
great for a pocket light. Yeah, it is absolutely perfect for a pocket light. I drop something in a machine or whatever, and just pull that thing out, and I can look for whatever I need. I've got a couple of different lights that I keep in the vehicle. So if I break down and I'm nowhere near a light source or whatnot, yeah, I'm gonna need some kind of light to figure out what the hell's going on with my vehicle. I sure the hell ain't gonna pull out my pistol and use that light. Worst case scenario, if I didn't have any of those lights, I can actually just take the light off my pistol and use it like a regular flashlight, though.
Yeah, you got to have modular choices. When you're carrying anything, if you're worried about your self defense and your personal safety and people's safety around you, you're going to carry multiple items. You got to have choice.
Speaking of that, who carries multiple guns?
I can't say that I do. I've no, if I'm in my vehicle, yes, I am always carrying multiple weapons. Just walking around. I typically just have a pistol on me. But is there firearms that just stay in my vehicle? Yeah, there is. I don't go and post it though. I'm not putting up Glock stickers or SIG stickers or CZ stickers on my windows or anything. It's you. If you look in the windows, you're never going to see anything. Um,
Yeah,
and they're
you ain't
pretty
seen crap.
secure in the vehicle.
You ain't seen crap in my truck either. Nothing but a mess on the back seat, bunch of clothes and stuff.
Yep,
And
you can't see mine in my car, and I do not put any kind of stickers on my car. Do not, man. My car is loud enough as it is. I like to stay Mr. Gray.
You're not staying Mr. Gray with the orange freaking car.
It's gold. It's gold.
You call it gold. I call it orange. Whatever.
I call it green, but everybody says I'm colorblind, so there's
Green's
that.
okay.
Yeah, I would put a weasel. I would put a weasel sticker on my vehicle if there was some good weasel stickers.
There you go.
I gotta design some of those. You'll gotta figure those out. I gotta design one for the channel. We'll get something figured out.
So there are folks that think you should not have a weapons light, but you should have a flashlight, and I don't understand that. I do in a way, and I don't in a way. But I'm an old fud, so what can I tell you?
Bulge cheapening down there, drinking the Jim Beam.
No, I couldn't decide what to get.
Next
and
Toro tequila.
I couldn't really decide what to get, so I wound up getting this. I haven't had a gin bean in a while. And listen, it's from Kentucky. It can't be bad, right? Although they say Kentucky is one of the 10 worst states to retire. Cheers.
I would respectfully disagree with my brother Gene. I think it could be argued by people who drink more than me that Jim Beam's one of the best values out there for a bourbon, if that's what you're into.
I'm just giving Bolt some crap.
I can't see side chest.
So, Weasel, what kind of light do you have on the Wristbreaker 3000?
Oof, I don't have one on that thing. I don't know if I'd be able to take the muzzle blast. That'd be pushing it right there. I'd have to get a custom holster for that one too. It'd be quite the adventure. But I always have a light on me regardless, always.
How do you put a light on a revolver? Zip ties?
I mean, you could. There's no reason you couldn't. You just have to figure out how to get it on there. But as far as that one goes, I always have a flashlight on me regardless. So. But of course, the main carry gun does have the TLR H1 on it, thanks to Allen. And it's seen a lot of use so far. It's carried almost daily, so I appreciate that, man.
So West Covina likes Jim Beam.
West Covina likes anything that goes down his throat. That leaves a little bit of a burn, he's good.
The best kind of whiskey is the one in my glass.
Hear, hear.
Ozzy Osbourne, no light on my ADC. Yes, light on my home defense. Yeah, a lot of us, like Bald was saying, I just pretty much don't go into areas that are pitch black where I'm not going to end up needing it. I don't. I get that. Living in the city, you're going to have light in one way, shape, form, or another. You get out into the middle of the sticks, you may not get as much light. But as long as you have some kind of light, then
Kingpin, you're more than welcome anytime, buddy.
When I lived out on that farm for a while, I mean, I used my mag light anytime you hear anything out in the fields or around the house or anything, because I mean, it was out in Timbuktu, man. There was nothing around but fields, coyotes and stuff running around. So you hear something, that big old mag light sure did serve a good purpose. Heavy too, man. MD batteries.
That's why police carry them.
very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's to each your own. If you got a pocket light and that's what you're trained to work with, then more power to you. Um,
It's kind of the
I've gotten to the point now where I've got dots and lights on all the pistols that I carry, and it's just one of those things for me now where I've trained myself to work with those particular attachments.
Yeah, this one doesn't have a dot on it. That's my HD gun, one of them. But it does have a hell of a set of night sights.
well, it's all about doing what you're comfortable with. It's a do you.
No, I definitely want to put a red dot on it. It's just this is not. I gotta have it melt. I haven't really got it. I even have a spare bullet.
It looks like a 30 cal too.
You must not have loaded that one hot enough. It didn't get all the way through.
That was a Father's Day gift for my son.
Loco, loco. Around here.
That's a good one.
So how are you liking the light so far, Jamie?
Say what?
How are you liking it so far?
The light?
Yeah.
I love it, man. I might go out with it tonight. Just walk around the house and try to get some light time under my belt. But it's kind of odd though because tonight I'll have to wait till after the show, right? Because it's time change and it's going to be light until 9 o'clock. So there's that.
I don't know because it's 7:20 here and it's freaking dark already.
Yeah, it's overcast here too, and we're expecting some of y'all's cold weather down here. We've had 70 and 80-degree days.
Yeah, but Daniel, you don't count because you also have a 2 hour difference or 1 hour difference.
No, I don't. We're on the
You're
same
the same.
time zone.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
So why are you always behind then?
I'm not behind. It's light. You're just dark.
No light here. I'm looking at it. Look, I got a big ass freaking door.
Ball, the sun sets in the west, so you lose your light before we lose our light. It's a graduation of dimming as the sun goes away from you.
There is that.
No shit, Sherlock. All right, it's freaking dark over here. Look,
I see a mirror.
it's not a mirror. Okay, I open the freaking door. Happy?
It's not really that dark.
It's getting dark.
You still got some blue
I
hanging
thought he
out.
was going to pull an Ace Ventura. Oh,
Oh!
oh.
I was gonna laugh my butt off. There was a skunk out there on the porch.
It's a patio, not a porch.
Whatever.
Look, each one of those panels weighs 400 pounds.
See, out here we have porches. In New York, they have patios.
No, the porch is in the front, patio's in the back. Okay?
So you like it? So you like it out?
Porch.
You really love it back there, out there on the patio, huh?
Yeah.
Thought so.
I haven't been on the patio yet. It's freaking cold. We got snow and more coming. Like I've been walking around in a short sleeve in January, and it's freaking cold in March.
Yeah, I woke up to snow this morning. Did you get any, Daniel?
I'm married.
Did you get any snow?
Oh, it came down, but it didn't stick.
Yeah, we had probably a half inch out there. It was covering the yard and the cars.
Yeah, we had quite a bit coming down, but the ground was just too warm to stick. So now I realize why it took Scotsman so long. You know, he was setting up all his knickknacks and stuff here on his bar, getting everything looking perfect.
No, I'd moved the camera and all that, and I had to put it back in place. I'd moved it around because I was gonna make a video, didn't get to it. But
It looks good.
thanks,
Yeah,
man.
he had to take the camera out of the bedroom, bring it back out.
Did I chase Bald away?
Probably chased himself away.
Seeing his reflection in that glass, man, it was too overwhelming.
Broke the camera.
I'm liking the bar. That's pretty cool. Hey, Michael Hartnett.
You got to work tonight, Weasel?
I do. Yep. Yep.
And Jamie was talking about
probably the next day or two we'll get that guy.
Jamie, you was talking about sorting brass, sort of brass all day. Your eyes are cross-eyed. How you think I feel some days?
It's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it.
I mean, people out there need stuff, you know. I mean, I'm sacrificing, is what it is. I'm sacrificing
Good.
for the reloaders of the world.
So you're going to show up down there at Cardinal with like a 10-pound bag of all the same case stamp, 9mm?
Hell no. I don't separate by head stamp going to shoots like that. I'm leaving it on the ground.
I'm not talking stuff for you to shoot. I'm talking you're bringing me a 10-pound bag of brass with all the same head stamp.
Oh yeah. I'll bring a 50-gallon barrel and you can sit and separate it.
Oh, 50-gallon. That's more than I got from the last guy. He just gave me 2 5-gallon buckets full of 9mm.
Well, it'll take 50-gallon to end up with a 5-gallon bucket or two of same head stamp. So
yeah,
we'll dump it out there on the lot for you and give you a rubber ducky to look at while you're sorting it.
Well, Dad, why don't you just take it on down? Hey. We'll talk later. I got an idea.
Daniel's got an idea. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, there's a certain person. There's a certain person that can't stand seeing brass on the ground. Scotsman, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Jamie should.
Yeah. 50-gallon drums will drive him nuts.
I can just take brass and throw it out by the handful. As soon as he gets it cleared, boop, another handful.
See, I have that problem a little bit. Being a reloader, I cringe when I see brass hit cement. I just do, or gravel.
So Rich White has called me a couple of times by accident because apparently I must be right next to his kid in the phone, and yes, scared the crap out of Amy last night.
Scotsman, there's so many things you could have done to prank his wife.
If I had known he was calling by accident, I would have potentially done something. I didn't know. I just saw a call coming.
And see, that's another reason I prefer shooting revolvers. I don't have to bend over and pick all that brass up. I'll just dump it in the bag, baby. Get it on back, clean it up.
It is kind of nice, isn't it? When I take
It
mine,
is.
when I take mine out the same way, just open the gate and toot, reload, shoot more. I did look at a Ruger Super Blackhawk and 44 mag the other day, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was tempted.
it wasn't here, Jamie.
We got a
Yeah,
deal.
Michael, I do totally think that stores are still keeping their prices higher than they need to be. I think they're keeping some of that retail profit.
I need to go. I haven't had a chance in the last couple of weeks to go up to the Fin, but because I think Chris needs his eyes checked on the last, his when he made his little circuit, he just bought 3 boxes of primers because he said there was a limit to 300 of a certain, any specific type. Well, they still have a special going on until June where you can buy a brick for like $70. So CCI came out and go the special price and just it showed up in pallets up there. And the sale's supposed to go on, but you can get 1 brick a week, the store policy. So the deals are starting to get out there.
Get a bunch of friends over there.
That's still twice what we were paying before COVID, though.
Yeah, but before COVID, you could buy twice as much.
I think you're gonna have to get used to it. I don't think the prices will come to whatever the COVID. Don't forget we paid $2 a gallon, less than $2 a gallon for gas.
Yeah, it's selling pretty much where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I think right there at $60, $70, that's gonna be new normal.
Yeah, that's going to be the new norm I'm looking at. And what the folks there say.
Same goes for the ammo. Ammo's not gonna be same price. So.
I mean, you go to a restaurant, you're paying a whole lot more for your food and getting less.
Yep.
You buy a candy bar, you're paying more for less candy bar.
Never mind the candy bar. Go look in the Home Depot. Look at the electric department. The number 8 wire, 50 feet of number 8 wire was like $265. A regular Romex is pretty much $1 a foot. And Home Depot has all the wire on the lock and key now. You can't just go and grab it. You have to get it associated. You have to unlock it for you to grab the one. That's how bad it is. So electrical went up 300%. Lumber came down quite a bit.
Yeah, better. I mean, the price on standing timber bottom out, so lumber should be going down.
Yeah, lumber came down. I had a guy price on the lumber for the next house based off this one, and it was $20,000 less from a year ago. A little over a year ago, a little less than a year. So yeah, but that was it. The window prices went up last year. That's why I have the windows sitting for the next house already in the garage. They went up like money. And same went with the other building material. The sheetrock went up.
So you finally sell that house yet, or what?
Yeah.
I have accepted offer. It's not sold, but I have an accepted offer. The contracts are going out next week. I had an open house today because I had it already scheduled. So I figured let people come in and maybe who knows? Maybe I'll get another one, or maybe I'll get an offer for the next house. And actually, probably two couples that show up out of the five or six that came all together were probably interested more into the next house than this. So we'll see. Maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Build myself out of this place, and get the hell out of here. And it feels better and better every day.
Well, I hope that happens because I'm getting tired of bitching at you, telling you to move out of there. So I just hope it works out.
Oh, I'm in. It's not end of the year, the beginning of the next. I'm out of here. You know, it looks like I'll be single man very shortly. So, you know, there's definitely ain't gonna be a whole lot holding me here. And I hear the southern women are so much nicer.
Yeah, you'd be a hit in Atlanta, buddy.
Why in Atlanta?
Wouldn't he? Wouldn't he, Weasel? He'd just be the bee's knees in
The top
Midtown.
out. Oh yeah.
I'm not going all the way to Atlanta.
So I can't. The one that I need and I'm been looking for, and I'm not paying $100 if I can help it, is the large pistol primers. So I I'll buy the off brand and pay less, but $100 for a brick of primers is just.
Yeah,
I know.
I only got a
Yeah,
handful of those.
Notches right now has most size primers, CCIs at least, at $90 a brick. So
Yeah.
And by the way, Jamie, the large rifle primers will work just fine. Supposedly they like 1,000 acre or something, but they work just fine in the pistol.
Particularly for magnum loads, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you're gonna use them in the revolver, you're gonna have zero issues.
Yeah, I'll get you the best price I can, Jamie, before we come down. Bring you a package, save you some shipping and hazmat stuff.
That's cool.
You going down? What are we going down? Pick me up.
We're going to Spencer.
April.
What is that?
Dead Zero shooting range, April 5th, 6th, 7th.
Oh, that's a place in Nebraska or whatever the hell it is.
Tennessee.
Oh, it's in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nice area.
Where in Tennessee?
Spencer.
Oh, Spencer, Tennessee. I gotta look it up.
Look up Dead Zero Shooting Park. And then there'll be a little thing that says directions. So, yeah, you can do that. Supper's ready. I'll be right back, guys.
Jamie, before you go eat. Jamie.
Look at that.
$70, dude. Does it go with the box?
So,
okay, because I can get them for $70, dude.
Large pistol.
I got the good stuff, man. Uncut.
Yeah.
We got the stuff, man. It's the good stuff.
Yeah, we got pallets of those at the shop.
Watch us get banned for selling stuff now. Way to go, Daniel.
That wasn't selling. I asked him, would he pay $70? Because that's what I pay for him.
I've paid Gene a little bit more than that, but it's the 100 thing that's killing me, man. It's All right, I'll be right back. I'm getting yelled at by the wife.
Hey, go ahead. Get yelled at by the wife, man. Somebody else in this room used to get yelled at by the wife. But did I mean,
not anymore.
I'm about to say that I caught a little bit of something, but my daughter was on the phone. I was talking to her. So, man, I hate to see stuff like that. But when Chris went around did his ammo thing, I think there's a little white sign that says, the CCI They're having a sale. You can get 1 brick, $70 through June.
Hey, Gene, you guys are driving down to Tennessee. How far is it for you?
I think it's roughly about 7 hours.
Really? It shows like almost 14 for me.
I'm going with Chris and Jason.
Hmm.
Jason Stewart.
Yeah, Jason Stewart. He'll be bringing the Berettas.
And what's down there? What is it like a
Super nice shooting park.
A lot of trees.
I understand, but what's the occasion?
Just to meet up, just to
Oh,
get
okay.
together, break some bread, spend some time at the range, be down there for a few days.
Stay in some really high class hotels.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Hey, I'm
what
gonna
is it? April what?
5th, 6th, and 7th.
I'll look into it. I don't really know what the hell I got. Isn't the NRA convention like a week after, or 2 weeks after, or something?
Yeah, the NRAM.
Yeah,
That's in Indy.
yeah, I know. I definitely want to do that because I was looking at the plane tickets and they were dirty cheap. It's like $150.
I'm just
I
swinging
couldn't
down.
find that hotel, man. It was better than the one that we had went to in Georgia. At least that we didn't have to worry about our shit.
Yeah, at least one, it was like, okay, definitely old. But the other one was
I mean, walking in, the first thing you see are 2 beds with stained sheets. That's a problem.
and tissues under the covers. Really?
Where was this at?
We'd have to ask Mock the name. I guess I blocked all that stuff. We got out of there. We went to
Yeah, the last time me and Danny were in Georgia, it was Mark wanted to stop at a hotel, and we said whatever. So we'll go to the same one, and yeah, that was a bad idea.
Ooh.
very bad.
I've stayed in some pretty crappy hotels here and there when I race motorcycles.
I marked stuff in the room to tell if our stuff got opened and went through. And then I took photos of how I left it. So I would know if anybody moved anything. I put traps in there. Sure as shit. And this is after we already complained to the owners.
That's what it was. The owners went and checked it out, see what you had.
No, because the owners, I think they all watched us because when we left, so did our weapons. They knew we were packing hardcore. It was like, come on, mess with us. So nothing stayed in there. Unless they wanted blood pressure pills.
Yeah, I got my own. I got my own. My doctor told me I gotta quit drinking too. And as you can tell, that's not happening.
You know what's good for high blood pressure? Black
Getting
Rifle
rid of-
Coffee. Black
Getting
Rifle
rid-
Coffee Company. That's it. Lots of coffee.
Black Rifle. I'm those the assholes that really nobody likes them anymore.
No, that was all generated bad news by the
No,
other
they're getting
side.
sued. They're getting sued right now by a million people. They lost all my business when they took their hands off Carl Rittenhouse. All they had to do back then is keep their mouth shut, not to say anything.
Yeah, they're getting sued again. I don't know what for this time. I didn't look at it, but
And I followed them on Facebook and I commented something, and pretty much one of the owners or something. His response was like something in the means like, "Oh, we don't need you anyway." I was like, "All right." So,
And that's one more reason why I drink
yeah, you're
Black
a
Rifle
sellout.
Coffee Company.
You're a sellout. You'll drink anything.
I didn't sell out.
They'll send you free shit, and you're gonna drink them.
They don't send me nothing. Nobody sends me. I mean, the only
Oh,
free
yeah.
offers, I get, I turn them all down because I ain't doing China junk. That's
Are you
why
telling me?
Olight sucks.
Are you telling me that you paid for that cup?
Yeah, that cup. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, then you're a fanboy big time. You're worse than all I fanboys.
Why didn't I take the camper to any shoot? Might cost more in gas, but it's a lot. What?
I
Oh,
don't
the
have a camper.
camper. Oh, she's talking about. Okay, that's my wife's camper. Okay. Tracy has her toys. I leave them alone. I got my toys. She's welcome to play with them, but they're mine. Like the camper's her. I'm not going to drive a camper all the way down there. Because if I bring the camper down there, then, Scotsman's going to want to sleep in it too. And probably Alan will want to be in there. And the next thing you know, the toilet's clogged. Yeah.
That would be a fest and a half. A
Yeah.
fester.
Leaves this really disgusting IPA beer because I mean it's so bad that Scotsman won't even drink the other 5. Yeah, look at him over there.
Oh shit! Maybe I will drive to Tennessee. It might be worth a 14-hour drive. What's close there? Chattanooga? Maybe I can fly down there or something. You guys pick me up.
That wasn't too far.
Yeah, Chattanooga is like an hour from there.
We had dinner in Chattanooga. That's a nice little town. It's clean.
We were down there last time. We just went into Spencer. Man, we had a couple really nice restaurants. Good little sports bar. Went to a really good Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, it's hell of a weekend because I need 2 days just to travel. 1 day, one back. It's like when I go down to South Carolina to Clinton to shoot a match. But at least it's a three day match. But it takes me all Thursday to drive, and then the last 2 times I was there, we finished on Sunday around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and I would literally just shake everybody's hand, throw the shit in the car, and go back to New York. I'm home usually around 2 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, Chattanooga's just south of Spencer.
Yeah.
Knoxville's back east.
Well, you know what? Next year is gonna be easier because next year that's what I want to be. I want to be anywhere from Knoxville east to North Carolina, somewhere over there, either Tennessee or North Carolina. Last time when I went to the Dandridge area, I was only about an hour away from a rig. So that's the plan to go somewhere in that area. I'm already looking for a job. So anybody out there from that area works for the biggest construction company and they're looking for a supervisor or anybody run the jobs or something, hit me up. Might not have a
Speaks.
college, but I have quite a bit of experience.
Do you speak Spanish?
Enough.
No.
Well,
See,
just,
but yeah. Oh,
just
here we have Amish, so Spanish won't do you no good.
yeah. Just outside of Spencer's Sullivan Lumber and Logging.
Do I look like a lumberjack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you run heavy equipment, don't you?
I do everything.
There you
But
go.
ideally, I want to stay with the residential construction because that's what I'm good at, and there's a lot of houses being built over there. So there's got to be companies looking for somebody to run the jobs, run the crews, do whatever. So
Well,
that will be my dream job for at least a year until I figure out what the hell to do.
so I mean, but if you got the heavy equipment, just show up down there and you can just go dig. I mean, dig one foundation or basement and just go from boom project to project.
Yeah, it's not that simple. So the big machine I have is actually not big enough, and transporting that down there is pain, and then there's licensing and everything else. So it's not that simple, you know.
Your tool
That's
ain't big
why
enough. Sucks to be
that's
you.
that's why I'm Hey, it doesn't matter as long as you get the job done, right? You know.
Daniel,
What?
that was a good one. No, Bald, if you're working for somebody doing things like that, you're going to be using their equipment. If you're operating heavy machinery.
I'm not like an operator per se. I do light stuff myself. But I mean, I can dig a foundation, but it's not that's not like my primary duty.
Well, I'm just saying that's how you can network to find out who around is the real money makers and who needs
No,
foreman or something.
I was looking already on. There's a ton of job offers on the ZipRecruiter and other websites. It's just when once the right time comes, I'm gonna start sending resumes out there, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I'm not really worried that much. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can come down there and just start building houses on my own. Supposedly, you don't need a license for the first one, and by then it shouldn't be an issue getting a state license. And from what I've seen, the way they build houses down there, it's no brainer. We definitely follow the codes a lot more up here.
Isn't that because the state of New York likes to tax everything to death, inspect everything to death?
Make money.
You got to look at it this way. You're paying $5,000 for like this house. It was $5,000 for the building permit. So let them do something right, in return. And every aspect is getting inspected. There's a record of it that helps me and a homeowner. Something comes up down the road. I can't really be liable because it was inspected. And if a homeowner decides to get the home inspection on top of it, which I don't see why they need it because it's a new build, but a lot of people do. I mean, most of these guys when they come in, all they find is a cosmetic home. Like the guy next door sold a house and had inspected over there. I mean, 90% of the stuff that he found was really cosmetic, and the other 10% was kind of a bullshit anyway. But anyway.
You may want to think about moving to my town. They're fixing to do a development here with 1,200 houses. If you can't find something to do with that mess, of course the folks that live around there close by are fighting it, but it's a done deal because the land's already annexed into the city, and y'all all know what that means.
Oh, you're talking about all that work that's going to be going on Cop City down there?
They're going to be having to pay city tax on it. To what my point is, it's already annexed into the city, so it's pretty much done. You can fuss all you want, it ain't happening. It's going in, and they're supposed to be all around our church.
All I know is that when I do leave, I'm gonna have a big ass banner in the back of my truck, and I'm gonna be praising our governor. They coming up with a new bullshit. Supposedly starting July, there's gonna be a background check on ammunition. Right now, if you wanna ammunition, ammunition, you gotta fill up a paperwork with your name, address, blah blah blah. Every time you buy ammo, doesn't matter if you buy one box or you buy a thick case. You gotta fill out the paperwork, and the dealer has to keep track of it. Supposedly, starting July, they have a state background check. Supposedly, I don't know how that's gonna work. And on top of it, they now they're talking about extra tax for the ammo.
Well, there's one way to solve that. Just reload, man.
Well, everything is up to the point, up to the point until they figured out that it was like 80% lowers and everything. You can buy them all over until all the game bangers figured out they can get them as well and build their own blocks and put different other switches. So now they're going after 80%. And same is going to happen with the ammunition and the reloading. One of the reasons why primers are so freaking expensive, probably government got something to do with it as well. Don't you all be talking at once?
I'm just looking at all of you, man. Bald, you're like half sad. Daniel's in curiosity mode. Alan's like, what the fuck is this shit show?
I put pants on for this.
And Scotsman's just sitting back wondering, why'd I start this shit?
No, the Scotsman's look here is like, boy, this here bar looks real cool. This is the bomb. This is the shit, man. I look good. I ain't got to say nothing. Got
Jamie.
John. He's rocking John Wayne. He's missing one thing. Marty Robbins, Gunfighter Ballads. Okay, you need that album back there too.
So you're buying that for me then?
I think it would probably be good behind the whiskey. You'd have to find that one.
Yeah, they're not making that every day anymore.
Right.
Maybe I just find it and print it up on the printer and glue it to a board to make it look like an album.
So, Gene,
Yes.
venison meatloaf, fried okra.
Count me in.
Anybody else out there like fried okra?
Never had it in my life.
What's
Never
it?
had it in my life. I don't even know what the hell it is.
That's something like I'm proud to be an okra from Oklahoma.
I just found Marty Robbins Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs, vinyl LP, $20.98 with free shipping.
Buy it.
No, there's only one album that everybody needs, and
See,
that's it.
Trapper likes fried okra. Big Al apparently does not like fried okra.
What is it, Jay? What's okra?
Is that thyme? That's thyme, right? Pink Floyd.
That's the Dark Side of the Moon, baby. Dark Side of the
Dark
Moon.
side.
World record holder until some child molester put out some album that everybody liked.
Yeah, no worries. I'll finish this beer, have another drink, and I'll show you full moon.
Hey, I found a UK import of the Marty Robbins Gunfighter Ballads.
That's $60, right?
Oh,
No,
it's 1999.
1972
The price of the year.
price.
Oh, that came out in the 60s, I'm pretty sure.
Free shipping.
Well, we've got a name I hadn't seen before, the Practical Rifleman out there, Tread out there, Vanessa Kitty, Kingpin, Georgia Trapping and Fishing, Edward Petty, Big Al. Yeah, thank you everybody for jumping in out there. Appreciate you stopping by and checking out the shit show.
Edward Petty, I gotta pace myself. This show goes till 9:00. I can't fill the glass past the bullet.
You pace yourself. That's a new one. It's
I
pretty
am.
funny.
I gotta watch it. I'm telling you, I'm on a blood pressure medication, and Got all kinds of shit going on.
So I went out yesterday because everybody was talking about how tight group, when loaded in 9mm, tight group has got a lot of smoke to it. And I know I'm gonna hear some of this from the professional amateur, but something that I kind of observed, and I was out there just doing testing on some modifications that I did and some different rounds and things. So didn't bother to bring the camera out because I don't make videos. But what I did notice is on cast and coated bullets, I got more smoke than if I had with full metal jacket rounds.
100%.
And I'm kind of losing the idea of the science there on why that happens.
Because what,
Because
for
I'm
coated
using the
bullets?
same amount of powder and everything else, but I am getting more smoke out of powder coated rounds than I do with regular full metal jacket rounds.
100%. Yep, you're not wrong.
Well, powder coated bullets go faster.
That's not necessary.
No, they go faster. If you
that's
load them
not
equal.
right. What I'm trying to say, that's not necessarily the fact that they go faster because usually they fit tighter into the barrel than full metal jacket if you measure them. Unless they powder coated bullets that you cast, but those are keyholing motherfuckers. I don't see nothing. But you're 100% right. The any coated bullets, even regular lead bullets with a smoke ring, they're gonna smoke a lot more than a full metal jacket, because I'm guessing some of the coating actually probably burns off. If you ever recover, like the place I used to shoot in the sand, a lot of times I would recover bullets from the sand that were almost perfect if they didn't hit the steel, and you could see the grooves in the bullet from the rifling, and they would be a lot more pronounced in a cast powder coated bullet than in a full metal jacket. Now, tight group itself has a bit to do with it as well because it's a hot burning powder. That's why you only use a little bit, because that has something to do with it as well. But I found a long time ago that the bullet design and coating is number one factor in how smoky the bullets are. For example, I think Acme bullets, they would even produce like a smell. If you shot a lot of them, especially on the indoor range, you could smell like a plastic burning.
Well, and that started getting me curious about some of the polymer coateds. If that was a similar factor, if I was going to see more smoke residue out of the polymer coateds, if in comparison to full metal jackets.
Always. If you go in one of my early videos when I used to shoot a CZ75 TS in a limited division, and I used to shoot the black bullets back then, and those smoked ridiculously. The thing was with the major power factor, it was a puff of smoke that kind of went away. But one of the videos, it's actually in my intro as well, and you can tell when I take like an array of targets over here, bam, 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 bam. As I'm moving over, you can literally see a cloud of dust that covers it.
Well, that's why we call it blowing the smoke.
Yep. Is that why we're calling it that? But yes, any coated bullets, it doesn't matter who makes them, what kind of polymer coating or whatever coating they got. Yes, they're gonna be a lot more smoky than full metal jacket. That's it.
So I think Alan's original thing was talking about tight group and smoking.
Nah, I tried all these. I went through fancy with the woody powders as well. It don't matter. They're still gonna smoke. I found out that Tiger is probably one of the best universal powders. Now, if you are a bullseye shooter that you're putting 10 rounds in freaking 5 minutes and try to hit a bullseye, then yes, that smoke might bother you. For the action shooters, it doesn't matter because you go bam, 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 and your gun's moving constantly, so the smoke kind of stays behind. So it does not really affect you. You follow? If you kind of guy that just goes on the range once in a while and plays at the same target the whole time, yes, you're gonna see the smoke and it might actually obstruct your vision.
I just think when you go for you get the shot and you got the smoke coming out of the barrel right there. That's what it's all about. That
Yes.
little stream of smoke coming out.
See, that's why that's my outro.
Just be careful when you see the bullets flying this way. They call Daniel's bullets. They fly like this.
Yeah, if I was a caster, I probably wouldn't coat my bullets in Ford blue because, well, I want them to make it to the target, not pull over on the side of the road.
Oh, yours are
So-
done in Jeep pink.
How about Dodge green?
Plum purple.
Fuchsia.
Where'd that come from?
Well, that plum crazy purple, that Dodge plum crazy purple, that'll
Yeah.
get you probably 40 or 50 feet per second right there. Extra.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Because it's a Hemi.
I think I'm the only one on the panel that actually drives that.
Now I went and got myself some sports pistol to try along with the tight group. I noticed I'm just right now though I'm just shooting the sport pistol with 147 grain hollow points in 9 mil. I'm saving those up though for a different gun. But I have noticed these are jacketed hollow points. In my compact, I got some tumbling in them. Now I shoot them from a longer barrel like my Shadow 2. The tumbling's gone. So
It's
why?
a velocity. It's a velocity thing. Certain bullets need a certain velocity to stabilize. If you go over or under, it can disrupt it. Usually, if you go under, it'll mess them up. One of the reasons why I quit using black bullets because their 9 millimeters was too small and they were tumbling on. Not always, but here and there, I had to bump up. I had to bump up the load. Once I get a little harder, they stop tumbling, but I didn't like the load anymore. So it's the reloading is a combination. It's a combination of the bullet, the diameter, how it fits into the bore because they might be tumbling out of the CC, but they might not be tumbling out of the HK.
Yeah.
So if you want to be technical, you should get a salt flat, plug your barrel, measure it, and you should be casting your bullets about 1,000 over to whatever your barrel slot.
Or just add a whole bunch more of coats when you powder coat them and just start building that crap up.
That should be like an ideal fitment of the bullet. Jamie will back it up. That's like when you. I found out it don't make that much of a difference in pistol shooting, especially action shooting. You kind of find a happy medium and call it a quit.
I got a buddy that might need a Henry he's got slugged.
Good luck with that.
Don't trust any one of these guys to help you slug a barrel.
No, I'm not slugging it. I'm taking it to have somebody slug it.
I mean, you just get a really soft flat. You get a ball, stick it down in the chamber, and you pound it through. That's all it is.
Use a nice steel rod to pound the lead through.
Yeah, you need a nice rod to pound you over the head.
Use a sledgehammer on that steel rod, pounding
Hey,
it down.
hey,
the barrel.
Jamie, how many 38 special bullets you cast?
Today,
No, how many molds you got? Like how many you cast? I need like a sample, different weights. I wanna do a little experiment with this.
I have a video on that, Val. I think I have
No.
6 different molds for 38 and
Oh,
357.
what weights?
From 125 up to right at 180 grains.
Ooh, ooh. You got any gasket?
Yeah, man.
You know, maybe you can have to do send me some.
I was
Don't
gonna say,
size them.
I can
Cause
send you
I,
a
what,
couple balls to use, borrow for a little bit.
well, I
Jamie,
don't know.
don't
I'm gonna
size them
buy.
first. Just send them to him unsized. That way he can size them himself and not be crying about it 2 years later.
They this one is a single action. No, I just wanna see because I wanna try some really light loads.
What do
How
you what gun are you gonna run these?
you buddy, Cattleman?
38?
Yeah. Because I sent the mold I had to Mario. I only had one, 158 grand, and I was gonna order some bullets. I figure if I can get like different weights, I just want to see like a super light and super heavy, see how it feels, and with the different loads. And once I found what I like, I'll just load a bunch more.
I can get
When
you a
you,
package together.
when you get a chance.
Yeah, CB, I've had good luck with my axles too, man. I haven't had any problems with mine. I'm sure you got a lemon in the box, apparently.
Mine shorted out, and according to the box, my warranty was out because I didn't buy the extra warranty when I purchased them. And they seen a post I did on social media about it, and they actually emailed me and said, "Hey, we will you send those in, we'll send you another pair." So I had to pay to ship them back, but they sent me another set.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with them so far. I've had mine for probably a year or so. They've been running pretty good.
Oh, I do like them. I do like them. I did buy that set of Walker's Bluetooth uh, hearing protection. It's kind of like the axles, goes behind your head, little rope does. And man, charge time on them is short, 4 hours on Bluetooth, and they die. Um, the cord, if you move your head and that cord touches your collar, it resonates through the earpieces and you can hear it. So I wear them at work. I'm not going to take them to the range.
I bought the razors, the in-ear, the ones that use the hearing aid batteries, and although they work pretty great, I just can't. Me having stuff like a stuck in the ear, it just bothers the crap out of me. With a headset like this, with no in between the stages, I put the headset up, out of the way. The ones in the ear, it just irritates my ear. Not used to that. I was even thinking maybe getting like every time we go to the matches, you got a custom guys where they clean your ear and they make you custom parts and they make it with electronics in it as well. I was thinking of doing that. Just I don't know. Whenever I
That's
got something in my ear, it just bothers me.
that's some bucks to have those made.
So I gotta do something here right quick. Uh, AOK Foraging and Adventures is out there. I want to send a special thank you out to Bearded CB. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey Weasel, did you ever get your the Zell thing figured out? Because it doesn't work on my end with the email.
What was that?
The Zell payment thing. Did you figure it out? Because
Yeah,
I
two
can't.
people managed to send it to me, so apparently it works.
What? How? Through it's attached to email?
Yeah, you can email or phone. I think I added my number on there.
All right, I'm gonna look into it then.
Yeah,
So
I went in and played with it yesterday a little bit. I think I had my phone number on there too.
so Val, you going to do? You want to do the light loads in 38?
I
Um,
want to try. I want to try both. I want like a super light, like 120 grain, and maybe 180. And I want to load them both flights, and I want to see how it feels, so I can decide which one I like the most. I mean, I don't need a lot. I just need a couple of bullets in each, and work on both. That's all. And I just want to mess around. I mean, I haven't even picked up the gun yet, so there's no rush. I mean, my stupid ass pistol permit amendment just showed up yesterday.
CB, the light is currently residing, and I would love to show it to you, but we can't. We're not allowed to do that. It's on a Springfield XD 40 4-inch service model, and it looks good too. Right, Alan?
Oh, it looks damn good. It looks real good on there. Yep. And another one of the things that a lot of people talk about the light standing off the front of the muzzle. Well, this is actually kind of an advantage in close. If you're body to body against somebody, you can put that light up against them and take the shot and not worry about that slide not going back in the battery. You're not going to be jamming. You're not going to be jamming up the slide.
If you're up against somebody like that and you're drawing a gun, you're already fucked up big time.
Yeah, it's a really.
I'm just gonna say,
you're already in a really fucked situation.
Yeah, I was just gonna throw it out there. So at that point, that thing should be the last thing on your mind because you already messed up big time. And you get somebody that close and it turns like a deadly confrontation. You better have some Jackie Chan moves because that gun ain't gonna fucking save you. I mean, I love all those Instagram guys. All of them starting 2 feet from the target, drawing and shooting from concealment or retention and all that. It's like, yeah, that's all nice and dandy. It looks great on Instagram. Practical use, usually the other guy
Well,
moves too.
that's how Daniel's going to end up going viral. Is those videos?
Why? He's gonna be the dummy that people will shoot at?
No, I go for hey. I practice everything. I mean, if from the holster or actually getting it out, clearing your shirt and pulling it from the holster and shooting, all that. I mean, just make it muscle memory. You better practice it because you don't know exactly how the situation is going to go down.
Are you 100% right? I went out today. I haven't really shot from a holster in a while, especially from appendix. So I went out today after the open house. I went to the range. I had my two carry guns, and then I did some practice. I actually did the video. At some point, maybe I'll upload it. Right now, I'm on the strike because I did a chat for the Odyssey, and the chat never worked. I never got the shit working, but somehow YouTube gave me a strike for that and removed the chat. And meantime, it's not even a fucking chat. So I went out today, and that's pretty much what I was practicing. And again, it makes a difference what you're wearing, how you're wearing. So, I had a big issue because I had a hoodie on and I had another jacket because it was cold, and I kept grabbing the hoodie instead of getting my hand all the way under and grabbing it out. I would grab it like mitts and lift it out, and I would miss because it was slippery. It's just the stupid stuff like that.
That's why I always use two hands to clear. Lift up with both hands on the stuff and then drop the gun hand. And this one's already out of the way. Bang, bang.
Now here's the thing that I kind of noticed in a video. What's most important? Is it most important to get the gun as fast as possible and get the first shot as fast as possible? Or is it more important to actually get a gun out and take in that split second, make sure the dot is on the target before you squeeze the trigger?
I
And when
practiced so much. I mean, I was out there practicing so much, and it's on video. At 10 yards, I was shooting this a 9-inch steel every single time. And one of them actually got sub 1 second, and the rest of them were 1.02, 1.05, right there in that range.
I was way slower than that. I was like 2 seconds on the
Yeah.
draw from appendix with the footy. But
Yeah, that-
I was about 1/10 of a second slower when I basically my mind would pause after the draw to make sure that dot is on a target and a first shot connected. But I was shooting on the A size piece of steel.
Mhm. But I mean, 10 yards, I'm shooting at. I mean, that's going to be in the chest. And it got to a point where I was, shooting those 1.02 second shots. It seemed like I was taking my time forever. I mean, it just got into it that much. Yeah, I mean, that 200ths of a second seems like, man, I'm moving slow on this one.
Well, even in the house when I'm doing a dry fire draw training, I keep in mind what I'm wearing during winter, and I put that on. And my the overcoat that I bought myself for this year is actually really, really, really hard to clear out of the way, just because of the way that it fits. And so what I've come to find is I've been self kind of programming in the fact of grabbing the bottom of my garment and pulling it up rather than just grabbing a big giant handful of the garment and getting it out of the way.
Yep.
I've over the past 2 months been really working on more of just grabbing a big chunk of the garment and getting it out of the way rather than concerning myself with grabbing the bottom of the garment and lifting it up.
See, right there, that's just break it into that step like that. The first step is getting down there, getting a firm grip on the garment, and pulling it up where it clears every time. Then once you got that down, then you go down there and get the grip on the pistol.
Yeah, but
That's
you have to understand your problem with grabbing with the two hands is your both hands are occupied. You know what
so.
I'm saying? It might be an issue where you have to use that hand to strike somebody, push somebody, whatever.
Well,
That's why one hand goes over here. If both hands go, no, you're not doing that because both hands are down here. You're not turning your elbow at this point.
no, but if you
Once
got to use something,
you,
boom, that's blocking and
you know, that don't work because your both hands are going down. Take the hands, bring them down. At that point, let me see you do the elbow. You ain't doing
well, if
shit.
okay, it does. Now if you come to the point where I come to the point I'm drawing a gun on somebody, I already know I'm pulling the trigger. There ain't no nothing. It's if I'm pulling the gun, I am shooting. Period. That
Not
playtime
necessarily.
is over.
There's
Playtime's
always
over.
there's always
There's a
split
couple
second
schools.
that you can realize that you're drawing the guns for wrong reason or whatever. You know.
There's a couple schools of thoughts on this one, but you could, if there is a channel out there, you can go check out if you want to. I agree with some of the stuff he says. I don't agree with everything he says, but Modern Samurai Project, look them up. But he has a very good video as far as drawing and concealing with two hands and one hand. So there's multiple schools of thought on it.
Whichever one
But,
you're going to do, practice it.
but he has
I
a
mean-
very good video on that. So
I thought RTT was the expert on that.
Yeah, the time to use the hands. If it's still time to use hands, I'm not drawing. If I make the decision to draw, playtime's over, and I'm making sure I practice the way I want to draw, and it guarantees me the more consistent way for me to clear the gun to draw it.
I mean, you got a point in that, but there's like the way the real world works. You know, there's like you got something in the other hand. You got this, you got that. So you have to drop it. So that's why you're better off. You know, going one hand draws, another one draws the gun. Just,
When you're clearing your garment, you're using that time period to clear the garment, whether you use one hand or two.
I get it, but you're taking both hands, lifting up your shirt. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right here. At that point, this hand goes down for the gun. Opposed to me, I go. This hand. As this hand goes up, this hand goes for the gun. Okay, so
Okay, that sounds like a video challenge.
I'm doing this. I'm doing
Sounds
this.
like a video challenge.
I'm not saying I'm super fast. I'm saying it's. I'm doing two things at once, and God forbid something happens, I still have this hand to do something else. You might be off balance, you might be catching yourself, whatever, but now you're stuck because your hands are both hands are down.
Yeah.
That's like putting all the eggs into one basket.
Life's full of what ifs.
It is two different schools of thought. That with the way professional amateurs talking, what the argument is you're wasting less motion. And so you're using less motion to accomplish the same task. If you train and you're just as fast doing it too, then that's possible. Me personally, I'm going to clear with one and pull with the other. And that's because if for some oddball reason, and I also practice with clearing and pulling with the same one. So that if I have to have this hand occupied doing something like pushing someone off of me, or even taking a blade to my hand rather than taking a blade to my chest, I'm gonna put that blade in my hand over my chest any day of the week, and I'm gonna need to be able to clear and pull with one hand.
They just had an excellent video on this. Who's that? Jesus, Gun Talk Media, where they do those live scenarios. They had exactly the same thing. The guy comes out and he starts in one hand, and that was like a scenario where he got attacked, and he was like too concerned with the shit in his hand instead of just dropping it, And that's another thing. Like, okay, you come out and you got this in your hand, and all of a sudden you have to draw your gun. Okay, a lot of people will do this. Will throw the egg. Instead of you got this in your hand, all you gotta do is drop it. Don't throw it, just drop it. It's so much faster, and then you go for your gun.
Which is
It's
where
like you pull out your wallet and drop it on the ground 2 feet in front of you. When he goes to pick it up, you kick him in the head.
Oh, that's like a Krav Maga shit. Holy shit! Look at it. Considering the Daniel's like 4 foot tall, he's got some serious skills.
I've got things in my past, brother.
Sometimes it's not the size of the package.
It's the fight in the dog.
That's where I think shooting like IDPA helps, because you have to wear cover in IDPA. It can be a t-shirt that's long enough. It can be another outer shirt that you have to swing back out of your way. So I mix it up when I shoot IDPA. I'll wear a long t-shirt and use that, and then the next time out, I'll use a regular shirt cover garment.
Now, Mike Hester has a point right there about the whole 21-foot rule. A person can cover that 21 foot 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And how fast can you draw from cover? So right there, you already can estimate how far away, and they're already going to have a jump on you as they're coming with you with a knife at the 21 foot. So you got to know how fast you can draw your gun from cover, whether you're going to draw at that time or use another method of self-defense.
That's a good point. I can draw from cover. My lowest was 1.3 from cover. But now you also have to take in consideration the motion of them coming at you. And maybe just defending yourself with your firearm is not going to stop their motion.
Right.
So
maybe they're already, before you see them, they're at a full sprint already when they hit that 21 feet.
Yeah.
You mean
so
you can
be on you in less than 2.
You mean you can draw your gun from concealment, not from cover? Cover concealment is 2 different things.
Concealment is cover.
No, it's
If their
not.
gun's covered. What we're
it's
talking
not.
about is your gun's covered.
No, concealment is whatever conceals you. Cover is something that covers you. Concealment is it conceals your gun. It's not cover. Cover is you in the cover. You're behind the vehicle.
No, we're not talking about being behind a vehicle. We're
Well, that's
talking the
that.
gun.
Well, that's
The gun is concealed,
yes. So you're
covered
drawing from.
under your clothing. So
No, you're
that's what we're
drawing from.
talking
Oh
about.
my
We're not
God!
talking about being behind a car or behind a wall. We're talking
Somebody shoot
the
the guy.
gun
You're
is
drawing.
concealed. That's why we call
Yes,
it a concealed weapons permit.
exactly. So you're drawing from concealment, not from cover.
It's
So
covered.
who practices drawing while moving?
Me.
That's another great. That's another excellent point. You always want to be doing two things at once. And it's the same thing in competition. Rarely you're standing and drawing the gun and shooting. It doesn't matter if you're shooting USPSA, IDPA, three gun, whatever. Most of the stages they're gonna have you step in, move, whatever. At that point, you draw the gun. So yes, that's absolutely. I'm a big opponent of that. Practice. You want to
So
be.
which way do you take the first step if you're going to move while you're drawing, and why?
You can't be practicing to right or left. You gotta be both because you don't know what's gonna happen.
I look at most people when they get a bad trigger pull, they're going to shoot low left. So they're going to hit me on the right side if they get the shot. So I'm going to be moving to my left and drawing at the same time because I'm just
Yeah. What
playing
if
the
the
odds.
what if the guy's left-handed?
What if
Mm.
he's left-handed? I move to the
Yeah.
right.
Exactly. So I mean, there's so many things. You're gonna be moving towards cover. If,
The
if the if you're in the right, if you're in a real life scenario, okay, you walk into your car and something does go down that you have to draw your gun. You're gonna use a vehicle as a cover. So it means whatever the hell you are, you're gonna be trying to use the vehicle as a cover while you're drawing the gun, or use anything else that's close by.
Preferably somebody else's vehicle, because if they're shooting at you, don't let them shoot your stuff.
Who cares? It's insurance.
I like. I've learned in life a long time ago when most people shoot or are in a snowball fight or whatever, they're under a panic and they're really not. So I think the most thing is practice muscle memory and just concentrate on the shot that you are taking to end the fight.
Well, hopefully none of us will ever be in that scenario. Well, Daniel probably will because he's a fucking
I've talked my way down out of it twice. I had two times when I could have legally drawn and killed someone. And I talked it both down at both times. And thank God for that. Because that's the first thing as soon as I recognized the situation, I said, Dear Lord, help me de escalate this situation.
Yeah, I was in the same situation as you, and all I had to do is stand up straight and then back down.
Are you going to say that to Crips? Are you going to say that to a roommate that's high on meth and ready to kill his fiance because she just aborted his baby?
No, fuck that. I walk away. Let them kill each other. I don't give a shit. I don't get in the middle of
No,
that crap.
Yeah,
de-escalated them both.
that's not my drama.
Yeah, I moved out the next day. I moved out of that place the next day, so
Not
I
even getting
de-escalated the night, and I de-escalated my butt right out of there. The gangbangers, we ended up sitting there in that dark alley, and I'm showing them pictures of deer hunting, of the guns, and the stuff I do, and it's like, yeah, dude, you just need to get out of here.
Yep.
End the cycle.
I'm not putting myself in that situation.
You never know
That's
where you're at is where you're at.
one of the reasons why I'm in this house right now by myself.
That's a very, very awesome statement. But I guarantee you, every single time I'm doing any kind of dry fire practice, dry drill, dry pulling, I still get it wrong occasionally. It, you know, you're never going to be 100% all the time. But the practice will get you better and closer, and slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yeah, that's why I quit doing the one-handed
Bullshit.
clear.
No, bull fucking shit. Slow is slow.
I would get tangled up 1 out of 8 times doing the one-handed. So I just went straight to two-handed, and getting tangled up or getting a bad draw since then, and I just getting faster. So I chose what I wanted.
Now,
I practice until it don't happen no more.
now here's the suggestion. How about you buy a sweatshirt your own size and stop wearing your wife's sweatshirts that are one size too big, and then you don't need two hands to clear your garment.
What?
I'm just throwing it out there, you know. I mean, if you go to
I'm just
Google,
wondering,
if you,
maybe now we know why you're having problems because someone got tired of you taking their clothes and you going around wearing them.
I'm 6'3", my wife's 5'10", so yeah, that shit doesn't work. You got it
So
all wrong.
that yeah, so here you are with looks like a big broad, your belly button and hairy belly
It's not
button
a
and
big,
all that
it's not a
sticking.
big bro. It's not a big bro. It's called muscle. Something you don't have.
Oh, that kegger muscle. Most people got a
Yeah.
six pack. You got a kegger.
You listen. You never see the six pack, okay? So shut up.
Oh, really?
So
Oh wait,
y'all
I
want
forgot.
to see some shotgun stuff I got?
What you got for shotgun, Jamie?
uh, I got a few shells. I got this trimmer, and it's from. I can't say that. Can I? I'll get us in trouble.
I
Uh,
won't. I won't. I won't do nothing, Jamie. I'll behave. I promise. Because I held my thing when you said you had trim.
what you It's not been one of your best nights, Daniel. I love you, brother, but
Jamie, I've been under a lot of stress for over 2 weeks now, and I want to thank you all for letting me just laughing for the first time in a couple of weeks. I needed it.
so
Hey, somebody tell New York Outcast to go clean up his own front porch before he bit you.
the purpose of this is to trim your shotgun shell so that you can put a roll crimp on it. So it's pretty self-explanatory, guillotine kind of thing. And then you have this to put the shell in, and then you put this on the inside, and well, it goes in like that, I guess. I
Whoa,
don't know.
whoa, whoa! You better show us because I don't see how that shit works.
Well, I've
It
not
looks like
read
you're
the
rolling.
instructions yet, so let's take.
Jamie, instruction. No, no man reads instructions. Come on.
I know, right? That's our flaw, guys.
Now you're gonna do it all wrong because you're reading the instructions.
Yeah, the Weasel has a lot of experience in not reading instructions, especially with scopes.
The problem, all the instructions Weasel has, they Google translated from China.
Okay. Y'all have words for y'all fill out? And I can't believe me, Gene, Big Al, and Trapper are the only one who's ever eaten fried okra. All right, so
I have no idea what the okra is. You still didn't tell me what it is.
it's a plant, man.
Oh, never
Like Big
heard of it.
Al said, you grow 3 plants and you get a pickup truck load of it.
10 truckloads.
10
He
truckload.
said 3 plants, 10 truckloads. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
All right, so it's got this piece is like a mandrel inside there, this right here, and you kind of it screws in from this side. Then you slide this down on your shotgun shell, and then apparently you can adjust it to where you want it, like that.
Okay.
And then you just close the guillotine. I hope.
Hold it up. And
Give
I'll
it a
do it.
turn. Let's see what happens. I know Mike Hester's out there laughing his butt off at me right now. I
So
didn't get
what does it?
it cut, but
Yeah, I seen you unscrewing it. I was wondering if he was going to have done that. I think you're just supposed to turn the shell.
I had no idea you had to trim the freaking shotgun shell. I thought you just keep shooting and reloading them.
well, they the reason you trim it is if you don't want to use that if you want to roll crimp instead of this crimp.
I got you. Okay,
So then you would use a roll crimper.
I
But
got you. Okay. So you put like a flat disc in there, and then you roll. I got you. Okay. So it's like a plus.
I got attachments for 12 and and 12 and 16 gauge is just a different mandrel and a different one of these collars. But yeah, this is the first time I've played with it and it's on camera, so y'all should have known how that was going to work out. And of course, if you're really just use one of these.
Hey, by the way, Home Depot has a sale. Milwaukee folding knives. You get two for like 19.99. Two different ones. Probably best exacto knives you can buy.
Exacto knives.
Whatever you call them. You can change it. You can change the blades in them. I mean, I got one of those in my work pants all the time, and about two or three of them in my truck.
Then another thing I got is this is called a skiver, whatever. And you take your shotgun shell and just stick it in there and see how it straightens that up. And then theoretically, it will make it a lot easier to cut if I'd have done that first before. So I'm still learning all this shotgun stuff, y'all.
It
It's
sounds like a
all,
lot of work.
it's all the process. Yeah, but just like reloading pistol ammo, Val, it's the experience of doing it and the satisfaction.
No, I have the two presses for the shotgun that I was gifted by somebody. One of my customers, his father-in-law passed away, and he had a whole thing that he gave me. And one thing I learned: whenever you're reloading the shotgun, you want to take one of those big tinfoil trays, and you want to put your press in it because in a shotgun reloading, if you mess up, there's little tiny bullets all over the goddamn place. You wanna keep that contained.
Oh, the shot.
Yeah, the shot because you have to slide the thing whenever you do that, and if you do mess up, all of a sudden you got shot all over the place. And it's not
So
like when you mess up and the powder drops, you can just blow it away. The freaking shot is all over the place, and now it's messing up your press and all that. So you got to be a little more conscious of what you're doing when reloading your shotgun shells, especially when you're doing it on a progressive press.
I have so much shot shell ammunition from shooting 3-gun. Just when I did shoot it, I've got cases. So I don't see a point in a reloading shotgun at this point in time in my life. I probably have enough shotgun shells to last me for the next 15, 20 years.
well,
Crazy.
yeah, if you're just buying like target load, bird shot, that kind of stuff, yeah. Uh 25 25 shells for like $8. I get that and I agree with it. But when you start buying like buckshot, this a lot of states you can't hunt waterfowl or you can't hunt period with lead. So when you start getting into that SST, the bismuth, the heavy shot, all that stuff gets real expensive real quick.
Now,
It's
Gene,
not.
I
It's
got a
not just.
question for you.
It's not just the economics. It's just the fact that I have it. So if I have to, I can do it myself. That's pretty much what I have. A lot of shit I do not just because it's economics, but I want to have an option. You know.
Right.
I want to shock y'all. I agree with Bald on that. Because, Gene, I'm going to say you've got a couple presses. So if something happens and you cannot get those shotgun shells in the store and you're going to need them, do you have everything right there where you can make yourself a few thousand shotguns, some buckshot?
No.
I hope people are going to go back and record some of this and troll video of Daniel with him saying that he agrees with Paul.
Well, no, I mean, it's like, we agree on most of the stuff, but the stuff we don't agree on, we have fun with it. Okay. Or else life would be boring. But if you got the knowledge and you got the stuff there, you can still make it if it's not available out on the street. Like, I mean, look at this primer drought we had for so long.
You have to understand, between me and Daniel, there's a different point of view. This is my point of view. This is Daniel's point of view.
That's just describing who's taller and who's shorter, not who's
No,
right.
that's describing how much I can see and how much you can.
So it must be really hard on you all the time to look down at such brilliance all the time.
No.
Don't you feel a little hypocritical?
I keep looking down and all I see is dumb people.
Y'all two behave. Tactical Fud had a question: which is better, the fold crimp or the roll crimp? That's going to depend on what the load is you're loading. For slugs and buckshot too, really, a roll crimp with an overcard is the preferred thing. Whereas, birdshot, game loads, that kind of stuff, that seems to me like fold crimp works best on those.
Now here's the real
Just want
question,
y'all to
Jamie.
know.
Here's
I
the real
just want
question,
y'all to
Jamie.
know.
Did you ever shot a Skittles on the shotgun?
A what?
A Skittles. Candy?
Candy.
Did you
No.
ever shoot a Skittles? Well, you should try that.
Have you ever
You should
put?
You should make it. You should make it. You should make a rainbow full down.
Well, but then there's that. What is that stuff? That metal that's all shredded up. Steel wool. Have you ever loaded steel wool into your shotguns?
No, that's not enough weight, man.
Oh, the weight's not. No, that's not. That's not the effect. I mean, it's all effect, but just don't do it in an indoor range. Because you can burn the whole range down. You got to do it out in the open air.
Well, see now
It's called-
with all the stuff going on with Hershey's, now you got to shoot Reese's Pieces out of your shotgun, not Skittles.
What's going on with the Hershey's?
They went woke,
Oh, they did.
hardcore.
Him with nuts.
I was just there a month ago. I was just by the Hershey's plant.
They introduced the new pronoun Hershey bar, the Hershey bar.
Hershey bar. Well, I have my pronoun. I said it numerous times. My pronouns are he, she, and it. I'm the shit. The whole pronoun bullshit and all the transgender is just a face. I mean, if you look at the history, we had so many phases. I mean, go back 50, 60 years. LSD was given as a cure. Smoking was allowed everywhere on the airplanes. Hell, when I came to US 30 years ago, they had a smoking section in the airplane. So,
Yeah, M&M's were too. M&M's did their own thing. They came out with, I forget what they called it. There was another one they came out with too.
yeah, they're just trying to sell the candy. That's all. But I do like the Home Depot, the CEO or whatever, the co-founder, because he's against all the bullshit, all the wokeness, all the democratic crap. I mean,
For your
that's part of
last
the reason.
house, your last house out in New York that you build, you should build a woke house and see how that sells.
I'm building the same house. what I want to build one of those days is I really like to build one of those European style houses that you see like in California with the flat roofs, all boxy looking. There's a couple of them around here, and they kind of intrigue me. I would like to build one of those ones. It's just something different.
You just start off with a couple ocean containers.
You know what? There's one way to do that.
Yeah.
Yep, you're 100%
Hopefully,
right, Pico. Dog and Pony Show.
yeah. Hopefully everything works out when you do get to Tennessee. You won't have to build your house with containers.
Why not? At least they'll be bulletproof to at least 22.
For those in the
There's a guy.
side chat that understood what I said,
There's a guy in Schenectady. He's about an hour away from me. If you look him up on YouTube, Andrew Camarada, he's got a YouTube channel with over 1 million subs, and he's a bigger redneck than any of you out there. I mean, he's got a video where he installs the radio in his beat up pickup truck, and the hole wasn't big enough, so he wanted to get a chainsaw and cut a bigger hole in the dashboard to put it up. But he built a castle out of the shipping containers. Kind of interesting to watch. I mean, the whole thing is made out of steel.
Everybody was talking about these pronouns and stuff, and I'm kind of curious. If motherfucker would be a pronoun or a verb?
yeah, there'd be a verb because it's more of a description, or it could be a noun because it's what somebody is.
It's verb is an action word. That is not a verb. Okay, it's just not.
It can be.
It
No,
was earlier today for me. I mean,
Hey, don't argue with Jamie. He works for a school.
Oh,
that is not that is not a verb. And let's move on. Help me, guys. I'm out of shotgun stuff, guys.
I'm just curious. What's up with the 16 gauge? What the hell do you have in a 16 gauge?
huh?
I have a Stevens side by side double barrel
That
model
thing's
50.
gonna be old.
My first gun was a 16 gauge. Use it for rabbit and squirrel hunting.
Yeah, but your first gun was a black powder, so who cares?
No,
Oh.
actually, that was my third gun.
Val, who's older, Daniel or me?
No, you are definitely. Daniel's not that old. He just acts. He just acts old. He acts like he's freaking 70. He's not that old. He's just short and stubby.
Actually, I'm older than Jamie.
You are?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take it back. Jamie, you're wiser.
See, back in the day on the Ark, I was his supervisor.
I thought you were the third monkey.
No, I was I was a monkey, but I was the monkey in charge of him for him cleaning out the stalls.
I mean, you know Jamie's wiser. Just look at the beard. It says it all. Wisdom's pouring out of him right there.
Man, Steve, I used to have a Winchester Model 12, but it was in 12 gauge. That thing would shake the fillings in your teeth, boys. I ain't kidding. That thing would stomp you. Of course, I was 11 years old at the time, also. So
Yeah, and they thought it was funny when they put high brass in on you too, didn't they? And it knocked you on your butt.
no,
I took this Asian couple, the Chinese couple, to shoot a couple of months ago, and it was basically friends sold us some guns and asked me if I could take them to shoot. I was like, yeah, I have a range. He was like, how much? I'm not gonna charge them. Just have them meet me. I'll give them whatever training they need. So we spent like an hour and a half on the range. First, I gave them like a basic safety training. There was a bit of a language barrier, right? And lady was like Chinese girl, so she's like 5 feet tall, 90 pounds, soaking wet. Uh, once I told them how to stand and all that, so they handled 12 gauge pretty good considering the statue. But I'm like, before you leave, you gotta shoot a double O buck from the shotgun because you at least you need to know how it feels. So the guy took it. I gave him 2 rounds. I stood behind him. He actually handled pretty good. The girl, he grabbed that gun, and I was behind her because I knew what's coming. She fired a double O buck, and the gun came flying out of her hands. I was grabbing her with one hand and the gun with the other. And I told her, like, okay, so if you have to use this gun, don't even bother aiming. Don't even bother putting it to your shoulder. You, they had a Mavic 500. You tuck you tuck it right under your shoulder, and just aim and shoot. So I gave a couple of bird shots just to try it, and apparently she was pretty good once she figured it out.
All right, I think we're gonna start going through the room. So, Gene, what you got?
Well, thanks for having me on, Scotsman. It was good to hear the chatter tonight. Side chat was rocking out. Had a lot of good viewers tonight. I've seen just seen 30. I got a busy work week. Got a lot of sorting to do for a lot of reloaders out there, man. I am just trying to do my part to contribute to society. Helping all you guys out there.
We appreciate that.
Everybody have a great week. Be safe, be careful, be vigilant, pay attention. Situational awareness is key to everything. And man, just remember to keep blowing the smoke.
Awesome, good deal, man. Appreciate you. Jamie, what you got, brother?
Personal crap this week, man. It's gonna be tough. My baby girl's in the hospital, so we'll be taking care of the grandbaby and checking on her as much as we can. So, let's see. Friday night, Georgia Shooting Connection live stream. Check us out if you can. 8 o'clock Friday nights. Love to see some of y'all over there. Thanks for having me, Scotsman. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. More than welcome, brother. Val, what you got?
I got a high blood pressure and the medications for it. That's what all I have. Thanks for having me. Everybody have a great week. Next Friday is St. Patrick's Day. Please drink responsibly, and if you do carry gun, don't drink too much, please, and don't do stupid shit. And other than that, have fun and keep shooting.
Awesome. Good deal. Daniel, what you got?
Just been busy with life here and, trying to take care of family. Appreciate Thanks for the invite. And for those out in the side chat, now you know why Jamie doesn't send me a link for his Friday night chat. I get a little out of hand. Okay. Enough said on that. And I do get out of hand. But hopefully I'm in the next couple weeks. So I'll put something out then because there's some things going on. I'll be getting together with Gene, create Hot Pot down at a shoot with, I guess, the real reason I'm going there is his woman's going to be there. Yeah, he's going to have some competition down there at the shoot. So, hey, thanks for having me on. I'm going to shut up now.
All right. Absolutely awesome. Appreciate you, man. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the Daniel and Val show because that's pretty much what it was this week. You never know what you're going to get on the shit show. So we appreciate y'all jumping in. Appreciate everyone out there. With that being said, I will throw it over to Allen to take us out, right?
Oh man, it's absolutely excellent week. I'd like to thank each person individually. Thank you. Nevertheless, just do one thing. If you don't keep a garbage bag in your car, please do. And then when you get gas, you can just throw it away. Other than that, keep your magazines loaded and one in the